And that edition of the ITV Chart Show can be seen again at 12:35 tomorrow. That's Sunday night. Next this afternoon on YTV, there's the first programme in a new series, World of Golf.
Football starts Sunday the 10th of September on Channel 4.
The Blow Monkeys. The Blow Monkeys are back with Choices, the singles collection, featuring It Doesn't Have to Be This Way, Wait, This Is Your Life, and their latest hit, Choice.
There's no choice at all. Yeah, choice. No.
Why wait? Choices, the singles collection, available now on album, cassette and CD.
There is a group of people who make a special point of visiting Sellafield. They see what goes on in vital parts of the plant. They're able to ask questions. They watch demonstrations of the latest technology. And they are given entry to Sellafield every day of the week, every week of the year, without having to give any notice. Who are these people? Everybody and anybody.
Take a twirl and bite it through the Cadbury's chocolate shell. Taste the chocolate inside. Twirled and curled and folded. When it comes to a bite, you can tell. It's Cadbury's chocolate. You know how good it is. You can't top the taste of a twirl. You can't top it. You can't top the taste of a twirl. You can't top the taste. You can't top the taste of a twirl. The taste of the twirl.
The message is on its way. You could be an H2 owner. To register for a prospectus for the sale of shares in Yorkshire and the other water and sewage businesses of England and Wales, call 0272 272 272.
That's the way. Get it now on 7, 12 or compact disc.
Sacré bleu. TV Times is in France this week with Julia Mackenzie and Anton Rogers for their new series, French Fields. Formidable. You could be just like them with our competition prize of £15,000 towards buying a home abroad. Rival any French chef with our 60 free recipe cards.
Oh, très bon.
Just collect the TV Times vouchers starting this week.
Magnifique.
Plus your program guide to ITV and Channel 4. In English, of course.
This is YTV, your station on the ITV network. Now we come to our new series, which will include David Leadbetter's golf clinic, The World of Golf.
Hello, I'm Andrew Reynolds and I'd like to welcome you to the world of golf. This is a new type of programme, not just about the big stars, but about you. We'll be talking to everybody connected with this multi-million-pound industry. We'll also be helping your golf. We've got the services of one of the world's finest golf teachers, David Leadbetter. Each week, our programme will come to you from a different course. Here behind me is the famous Surrey Club of Wentworth. We'll be here next week. But this week, we're off to a brand new British venture in Orlando at Lake Nona. Located just 15 minutes from Orlando Airport on Highway 15 is Lake Nona Golf Club. In 1982, Sunley Holdings acquired nearly 7,000 acres of cattle grazing land and began to create a premier golf course. It would have all the luxury and stature of a British club with the amenities of a first-class American development.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to Lake Nona. Can I help you?
Good afternoon. I'm Andrew Reynolds from the world of golf.
Fine. Go right ahead, sir.
Thank you. As you drive towards the clubhouse along Lake Nona Drive and look at the landscape gardens, it has to be said that the builders are some way towards achieving their ambition. The clubhouse is magnificent. Newly built to a neo-Georgian design, it provides a stunning finale to the drive from the main gates. The club is very proud of its British connections. Indeed, the club professional is Gregor Jameson, son of Turnberry club professional Bob Jameson. The interior of the clubhouse is equally as spectacular, retaining a strong British influence. In the luxurious locker room, the resident at number 10 couldn't be anyone else.
Good morning.
Morning, fellas. How are you? I'm fine. Lovely weather.
Yes, sir. It sure is.
You stay out there?
I hope so. It's a good day for golf right now.
Great.
Hey, have a good time out there.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
The course itself measures just over 7,000 yards from the back tees and is a magnificent test of golf.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even the tee markers are sculpted from marble. The deceptive tee shots and extensive use of many natural lakes on the site make the course an exciting challenge. This is a great place. Everything's done for you. Your clubs are put on a buggy, you come down to the range and it's all waiting for you. Just tip out your balls and fire. With me is James Sunley, Managing Director of the Lake Nona Corporation and son of the club's founder, John Sunley. James, Sunley Holdings are a big British company. What made you come to Florida?
Andrew, the reason we chose Florida, or my father chose Florida, was climate and communications, which was the same reasons that Walt Disney used back in the 1960s.
You've obviously invested a great deal of money here. How much so far?
We are on our way to 100 million. Obviously something of this nature is very large, and it's a very long-term project.
The course is magnificent, one of the best I've ever played. Who was the designer?
Tom Fazio, who's now based in South Carolina. Tom has built up an amazing reputation in the last 7 or 8 years with courses like Lake Nona. He was allowed to use the natural lake frontage. He was instructed that there should be no fairways with houses down both sides, He was given a completely free hand. Go where he wanted, do what he wanted. The course only took 11 months to construct from the day the first bulldozer moved in to the very first round of golf that my father and a couple of others played.
The houses and properties on the estate are very large. What would it cost to own one?
The homes at Lake Nona, they start at about £200,000 and they go into a number of millions. The lesser priced housing are primarily for the long-distance residents, people who just come in and our proximity to the airport is essential for them. They want something that's very easy and convenient, a little bit like having a flat in England, although in view of condominium laws, we didn't want to have any flats at Lake Nona.
The course is obviously of the highest quality. How is it rated in America?
Remarkably highly. It's taken a while for the Lake Nona name to be very well recognised among the golfing fraternity because it is private and so few people have actually been able to play the course. It is possible to arrange to play because obviously we're not very busy on the same sort of basis that you would attempt to get on Muirfield in Scotland, for example. Introductory letter from your secretary, maybe supported by a member. It is possible to arrange. Shall we say it's difficult?
Lake Nona's idea of a top-end, first-class development certainly works here in America. It's beginning to come to Great Britain too, with developments at Quiet Waters, Collingtree and East Sussex. Who knows, it could be golf's way of solving the numbers problem by developing at the top end. Now we're going for some top-class golf from the International. The tournament's from the Castle Pines Golf Club in Colorado. It's a Stableford sort of competition with the scoring for 8 points for a double eagle or albatross, 5 for an eagle, 2 for a birdie, none for a par, you lose 1 for a bogey, 3 for a double bogey or more. We start off on the 15th hole.
Pushed it. I'll tell you what, slow down everybody, hold on. Bring your toolbox because he's got 4 feet left here. You want to talk about a tough putt, Kenny? How about this one? For -2 points is the differential between a bogey at -1 and a double bogey at -3. He could drop into oblivion here. Dan Forsman, this is for a par. I've got to quiet down because good par. I'm right on top of him. In a tie with Clarence Rose at +11 with 3 holes to go, Greg Norman.
But Chip Beck moves to 9 points, and now he has to birdie the last to tie Rose and Norman. But Greg is now in the driver's seat. And those 2 vital points for birdie will give him a 2-point advantage over Clarence Rose. Not exactly unpopular.
This is for par.
He hit 6-iron in here. And a 9-point total for Chip Beck. Good for 3rd place, or at least at the moment. From 200 yards in this thin air.
That'll be right, the flag. A little bit, right over the top. Plenty of speed.
A good line.
And look how easy he hit that. And goes by 3 feet.
Greg Norman. A spectacular round of 7 birdies and the lone bogey. If it was medal play today, it would have been a 66.
And that putt won Greg Norman $186,000. During this series, we'll be helping your golf. We've got the services of one of the world's greatest golf teachers, David Leadbetter. Morning, David.
Good morning, Andrew. How are you?
Fine. What are you going to show us this week?
Well, this week I think we're going to try to show the golfers what happens before they actually make a swing. The pre-swing area, covering the grip, the posture, the alignment, and the ball position. So let's carry on and see how we, first of all, take our grip. Now, you must start with the left hand. The left hand is the most important hand to get right first. So you can see the lines that I have drawn on this glove here are diagonally across the palm, running under the meaty pad here, part of the pad, through the index finger here. Now, I place the grip between those two lines, wrapping my fingers around and placing the thumb just to the right of the shaft. Now, this is a position which allows me now to place my right hand on. The right hand is placed in the fingers. I wrap the right hand around, and I'm now in a position, as we can see, and I advise you to adopt the overlapping grip where the little finger fits over the index finger of the left hand, and this is the one that's used by most of the tour players, most common one in golf today. In putting my hands down now, I can observe two knuckles. You can see these two little dots I have on each knuckle here, and you want to make sure that you absolutely see those two knuckles looking down at your grip there. Ladies and juniors might even want to see three knuckles, but two knuckles is fine. So there's the grip, the finished grip position. We are now able to use the hands as a unit, and we can get into the swing itself. We're now going to have a look at the posture and see how we set up to the ball to make a swing. In setting up to the ball, it's very important that we utilize balance. Many times I see golfers setting up to the ball in a way that they're very bent over from their waist, having too much weight on the toes. When you set up to the ball, your weight should be pretty much on the balls of the feet there, evenly distributed. This proves to me that I'm in a good balanced position. A little drill I recommend that you do to help you to get this posture position correct is to hold the club straight out in front of you, flex your knees slightly, feeling the weight on the heels at this point, allow the arms to fall, and then simply bend from the hips there, feeling the weight now moving to the balls of the feet. This angle I have here formed at my waist allows me to make the turn that I need and allows me to swing the club on the right plane. So be very aware of this angle that you have at address there. I feel the weight pretty much on the balls of my feet, and I'm in a position where I can rock my toes or my heels. I do not want to be there where I cannot lift my heels, or conversely where I cannot lift my toes. So be in a position where you're evenly balanced, weight on the balls of the feet. So the posture position and the grip, combine those two, and we're now ready to get lined up and ready to hit the golf ball. Now, the third aspect that we have to cover after grip and posture is alignment. And that means we need to align our body to the target. Now, first of all, you need to get your club face aimed at the target. You can see the line running through the club face and the ball. This indicates our target line. And we now try to get our body parallel to that line. You can see it's just like a railway track. This side of the line, we get our body, the club face being on the other line. Now, the toes, the knees, the hips, the shoulders, and most importantly, the eyes need to be parallel to your target line. So when you're practicing, it's a good idea to have a club parallel to your target. Never aim your body at the target. That's the thing we see constantly, people trying to aim their body at the target. Always aim the club face first, and then work around your club face alignment. Knees, hips, shoulders, eyes, and obviously the feet, all on one line. So now we're in a position to hit the ball to the target. Now let's finally have a look at the ball position. Remembering the fact that when we strike a golf ball with a wood, we're actually trying to hit the ball on the upswing, and an iron we're trying to hit slightly on the downswing. So we vary the ball position slightly accordingly. Now I have an 8-iron in my hand here, which would allow me pretty much to address the ball just forward of the middle of my stance. And now the other two clubs I have lying down here are a 4-iron and a driver, and we can see the relative ball positions. We can see how the driver would be pretty much off my left heel. The longer iron, the 4-iron, will be a couple of inches back of that, and the 8-iron approximately middle. So we have 3 different ball positions to concern ourselves with, and this is what most of the pros do. Also, remember the fact that with the driver you can have a slightly wider stance. You don't want to get your feet, the distance between your heels, any wider than your shoulders, and probably getting a little bit narrower depending on the length of the club that you're using. So the shorter the club, the narrower the stance. But these positions allow you to vary the position in the arc where the ball is actually struck. So those three ball positions are the ones you want to really concern yourself with. So there we've covered basically what I term the setup: the grip, the posture, the alignment, and the ball position. These four areas are very important to enable you to hit good golf shots. I advise you to practice them as hard as you can, because this is an overlooked area and most people would benefit greatly by working on this, especially in front of a mirror. So until next time, when we're going to be trying to help the juniors, we look forward to seeing you then.
If you're coming to Orlando for a holiday, there's one place you simply cannot ignore: Disney World.
We're on Hollywood Boulevard right now. This is my street. I run it. I patrol it. It's got a lot of shops, a lot of businesses, a lot of people coming through.
Do you have trouble with people?
Take a look at me. Do I look like the kind of guy that takes trouble from people?
Never.
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 Yeah.
The buildings, they're all copies of Hollywood sets, are they?
That's right, exactly. Everything's a copy around here except me. I'm an original.
You're the real thing.
That's my job. We're right over here on Hollywood and Vine.
The sheer size of the place is staggering. It covers 40,000 acres, employs 27,000 people, and sees 165,000 visitors every single day. Yes, everything here is certainly on a big scale.
Cool, these American-sized golf balls take some hitting.
Watch out for the alligators. Disney World has got 3 courses: the Palm, Magnolia and Lake Buena Vista, as well as a small junior course. All are fine courses and are used for a US PGA Tour event in October every year. You can play them by booking a tee time 1 week ahead. Fees are around £40 a round, including a buggy hire. As it's Florida, it's hot. Try to play early in the morning, take plenty of drinks, some sunscreen and some insect repellent. There's plenty of water, so take plenty of golf balls. If you're stuck for a game, a pro will fix you up.
It's really going well there, Goo.
He fixed me up. Even the bunkers are familiar.